Welcome to episode 8 of Rein It In. I'm Matt.
And this is Rachel.
And we're going to be doing a kind of Tokyo Part 1 wrap-up today.
Yep. So, in an effort to be a little bit more focused than our last episode, which kind of just wound its way all over the place about our first couple days in Tokyo, we thought we would talk to you about some of the things that were sort of expectations and surprises.
Sure.
Rumors and actualities.
Really? Rumors? What were the rumors?
I don't know. I mean, I think I was just thinking about the expensive.
Oh. Okay.
Tokyo's very expensive part.
Yeah.
Versus like the reality of touristing.
Should we start with that then?
Yeah.
Expensive versus inexpensive?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, we didn't stay in a hotel. We
Right.
stayed in an Airbnb. We aren't in, I mean, we're in, like, outside Shibuya area. We're rather in the Shibuya area, like a 13-minute walk from the station. So, you know, we're not, like, in the super heart of it, but we're pretty darn close.
Yeah. We're close to everything.
Yeah, but that got us a slightly cheaper place than we could have. When I stayed here 3 years ago for work, my hotel was like $400 a night.
Yeah.
I think you don't want to do that, probably.
I'll say that this Airbnb is maybe slightly more expensive than some cities that we've stayed at, but it also has all of the amenities that we were looking for. And when I choose Airbnbs, I always filter for what I need. And one of the things that I always need is laundry. And one of the things that we always really like to have is a kitchen so we can cook breakfast.
Yeah.
Which makes things a little bit more affordable.
Right. So short of the couple days when I wasn't smart enough to figure out how to work a stove,
Right.
we cooked breakfast every day.
Yep.
In the apartment. So that saved us some money. And, you know, we bought some eggs and some fruit and some butter and some
Instant
wonderful
coffee.
toast and some
Wonderful
instant
toast.
coffee. Actually, not even instant coffee. We bought like little pour-over pods for the first 2 days.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are pretty darn good.
Yeah.
They were like 7-Eleven special edition ones that you kind of like, great little packaging. You like popped it open and like made a little thing you set on top of the cup and then did a little pour-over.
Yep.
Those were solid cups of coffee.
They were good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, while it's maybe a slightly more expensive Airbnb than, you know, like Prague or some of the other places where we've been, I mean, Prague is just a cheap city. It's still a super affordable.
Yeah. Well, so we should probably say, right, it was a little more than $100 a night.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then there was some cleaning fees on top of it.
Right.
But probably all the food we bought for breakfasts of actual food, because we bought some other stuff at the stores too, but actual food, probably like $20,
Maybe
20
30.
US.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't even say 30, but yeah, but around that, fed us for 4 of those days.
Yeah.
So like that was a good way to do it. And you know, we did go out to some places, and like tonight we stopped for a drink at a couple places just to, well, one to use the bathroom and one to just sort of like hit something in the neighborhood as a last hurrah before we leave Tokyo tomorrow for the Echigo Yazawa in the mountains. And those were not cheap. I mean, that was maybe like $13, $14 for 2 drinks. But still, like if we were in Atlanta,
you can't get a drink for under $13 in
No.
Atlanta. You can't.
Not for 2 people. Not for 2 people.
I mean, you can't get a good cocktail for under $13 in Atlanta.
Granted, those weren't good cocktails. They were like fine. They probably would have been like $8 in Atlanta, but then you'd also have to tip, and there'd be 2 of us, so it would have been $20, $25. So still cheaper. But we went out for conveyor belt sushi in Shibuya.
Mm-hmm.
What, 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
And oh my god,
It was so cheap.
Yeah, I ate my fill and had like a bottle of like totally serviceable sake.
Yeah.
Like a little small bottle that got me like, you know, 3 little glasses. For I think mine was like $11.
Yep. We paid like maybe $22 total. I
Yeah,
had
I think
also
I-
my fill of sushi and a soju Hai. No, soju oolong.
Oolong Hai.
Oolong Hai. Anyway, they're delicious.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
But yeah, no, I think I had like 10 pieces of nigiri and the sake and a weird seafood custard.
Oh yeah, seafood custard.
But that was like a ton of food, so I think you just need to kind of be smart about it.
Yeah.
The air fryer is going to be the worst. We talked about that one before, like obviously like 6 months.
Plan ahead. Yep.
But
Price watch.
some of the things we did here were pretty expensive, but we also did plenty of things that were cheap. 2 days ago we went to Yoyogi Park.
And that's free.
Totally free. Wander around, see the Meiji Shrine, and we checked out the Rockabilly Dancers from the Peter Beard and John video.
It was awesome.
Yeah, there's only 2 of them.
There's only 2 of them currently dancing. There were more of them there, but there were 3 of them.
Oh, you're right.
There were 3 of them dancing. They were working it. They were working hard. So that was great.
Yeah. That was on our bucket list. We had some bucket list things we were doing.
Yeah. And yeah, any of the park and shrine and just wandering around things are free. And that's, so much of what we have done. Yesterday we took another tour also that was pretty inexpensive. Like, I really think finding inexpensive walking tours is one of the best sort of things that you can do.
Like with a guide. Because there's plenty of like self-guided tours, and those are awesome and cool. We kind of do things like that too, but with a guide.
Yeah, because I've been doing them ever since when I studied abroad in Wales like 16 years ago. I did multiple walking tours whenever I would go to London. And I don't know if they're still there or not, but you used to be able to meet people at various tube stations, and for £5 you would get a tour for a couple of hours, and it was great way to see the neighborhood. And super affordable, especially on a college budget. And our tour yesterday, which we also did through Airbnb, was, I don't even think it was $20 a person. And
really?
Yeah.
Okay. It was 2 hours?
It ended up being a private tour. No one else had signed up for it. It was a 2-hour tour.
Yeah, there could have been up to 8 people.
Yeah.
Or something.
We went to...
I'm looking at my notes.
Yeah.
Was it Nezu Shrine?
We went to Nezu Shrine, and we actually prayed, because I was, given instructions for how to do it, so I wasn't being rude.
Shinto Shrine.
Shinto Shrine. So we actually, threw some coins and did a prayer, and then we got our fortunes told, and our guide very kindly interpreted the fortunes for us. Ours both told us to go north, which is what we're doing. So
yeah, mine was
I
north
realized
and yours
that
was northwest, but still.
I realized that all fortune telling is basically just like you slotting in the things that you want to read into it. But still, that was fun.
Right. They both could have said go south, but we had decided when it came to Japan, we were going off the beaten path a little bit and going north. And northwest, even, which is what Rachel specifically said. We both got middle fortunes, middle good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. And the other thing too, we've done 2 tours here. Both times, people were super nice, friendly. Taught us a little bit about like the lay of the land, like how to do some ordering, how to be polite, and good conversationalist. Point us around, showed us some good shops. But they both gave us gifts at the end too. Like you don't expect that.
Yep. And actually, the tour guide yesterday snuck into the 7-Eleven to use the bathroom. I'm making finger quotes.
Yeah.
That you can't see. And he came back out with a picture of us that he had taken on his iPhone that he had then printed out and gotten a frame for.
Yeah, had a frame for. Yeah.
And it is actually a really good picture of both of us.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. I think this has gotten us off the... No, actually, we're still in the
this is surprises, right? The surprise, you do a tour, you don't expect you're going to get a gift at the end. The first tour guide gave us just like a kind of assortment of snacks and treats, but it's still like super nice.
Right. They were like bar snacks because we'd been doing izakayas all night. So.
And there's a chance, actually, that Yoshi is listening to this because he followed us on the old Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And we're at... Rain It In podcast, Rain It _podcast on Instagram if you want to check out our pictures. And our group is in on his thing. But yeah, he was a great tour guide, and it was fun. And what was his name? I'm sorry, Taku, right? Was our guide the second day for the little Kyoto East Tokyo tour.
Yeah, the Nezu Shrine, which also has all of the torii gates.
1003.
And we're at the end of azalea season, but they were still lovely.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful shrine. It's right by the Nizu station, which is not hard to get to.
Yeah, easy to walk. We also went to the haunted staircase.
We did.
That when you walk up and you walk down, supposedly there's different number of stairs.
But it's all in the perception of when you start stepping.
Right. But yeah, that was good. I would say the tours were great. Checking out the little places. Yeah. What are some of the other big surprises? You want to talk about toilets?
I do want to talk about toilets. Maybe we should take a break and we'll come back and
talk about toilets. All right. Sounds good.
So, if you know Matt and I, and if you don't know Matt and I, now you're going to learn a fact about us, which is that we love Bob's Burgers. And so there is a Bob's Burgers episode where Gene falls in love with a Japanese toilet that talks to him and plays music and, functions as a fountain.
And his best friend.
And is his best friend. He falls in love with his toilet. I mean, bro love. So Japanese toilets are
pretty nice.
Are like those. Like those toilets that he fell in
I'm
love with.
I'm a little overwhelmed by them. I have only figured out how to push like 2 of the 10 buttons.
Right. There are, easily 10 buttons. Yeah. And I mean, their fanciness varies, as one would expect.
Yeah, your highlight of fancy was?
Oh, the toilets that when you walk into when you open the stall, not only does the lid go up, but it sprays itself out and sort of sanitizes itself.
I had one of those at the photography museum today.
Yeah,
it didn't lift
fancy.
Up; they were already up.
Oh,
but when I walked by, it sprayed the inside and cleaned it.
Yep.
And then there's also I only noticed this for the first time today. I'm a little ashamed. We've been here for 5 days. There's in a lot of bathrooms there's a little sanitizer station. Mm-hmm. It's not for your hands. There's instructions on it that says take some toilet paper, spray the sanitizer on the thing, sanitize your toilet seat,
right,
and sit down. So ideally, and then I'm also, because I'm paranoid about things, I like sanitizing when I'm done too. Leave it for the next person.
Wow. You're very sanitary. I noticed it, but I've never used them.
Oh, you haven't used them? I started using them today because I was like, yeah, this is awesome. So you clean the toilet, and then you can also do some cleaning on the toilet.
Yeah. So all of the toilets have sprayers that have several functions. There's a little cute butt shape in water droplets in a butt shape, and then there's a lady sitting getting sprayed.
Which the one I was in today, the one of the photography museum was pretty good because it actually really had some additional instructions on it that made more sense to me, which was it indicated the lady setting was a wider spray, whereas when you just do the butt one, it's a little bit invasive.
So, from what you have now gathered from this is that, yes,
it's a built-in bidet, but it's not like those weird Spanish bidets that I've still never been able to figure out after 4 times that we've been there.
Yep.
Which is basically just like a water fountain next to the toilet that takes up space.
Yeah. Super confusing.
Which seems like you have to use your hand or something like that. These toilets just it comes out, it sprays, does its business, and then it cleans itself.
But what you've learned from us is that, yes, in fact, we have let public toilets spray us in the butt. That's just a thing that has happened.
I
decided to embrace it.
I definitely haven't in all the places we've gone.
Oh, no.
Here in the hotel, the art museum, they were super clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just went to a alley bar bathroom, and, I did not avail myself of any toilet possibilities besides the very basics.
Yeah. That was another surprise. We went to this little yokocho, this little alley with some little 4 to 8 stool bars, and there's only one bathroom for the whole sort of block radius or whatever, and so you had to get a key to get into the women's room, but the men's room was just a saloon doors to some urinals. So that was actually so here we can transition off toilets into beer.
Yeah.
The one of the things
Excellent
we've done
transition.
too. Well, the reason I bring this up is that the toilet at the Yona, I went into that one. The bathroom, the men's room, was only a urinal. So I was like, I guess I can't do any business if I'm at Yona Yona as a man. I didn't look to see if there was like a third.
There was
one.
there was a unisex one, yeah, because the women's one was on the far end, so you walked by the men's and the unisex, and then there was a women's.
Got it. Yeah,
their toilet was also quite nice. Oh, they're also heated.
Oh yeah,
and that, I mean, I think people like that's pretty common knowledge, but it is a little bit. I feel like the warm part is like the weirdest part about the toilets to me.
Yeah, because like the toilet here, we haven't turned on the heater, but a lot of public restrooms, they are warm.
And it just makes me feel like, man, somebody was just sitting on this toilet for a really long time, and then I hopped right on it.
Yeah, in the West, that's the thing, right? Like when you sit on a warm toilet in the West, you're like, But here it's like, meh. Well, the only drawback too, though, is I would also say bathrooms here in Japan tend to be pretty warm.
I know, yeah, it really heats up the room.
Whereas, like sometimes you go to bathrooms in the States and the bathroom is cold.
Yeah.
And if you sat on a warm toilet, you'd be like, oh, this is better.
Right. Well, that's true. But I think the toilets are heating up, especially some of the tiny bathrooms with the toilet warmer on. Like the bathroom actually gets pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. So the beer, we were talking about beer. So we've been to like 4 breweries.
We have, or brewery outposts, depending on how you want to view it. So we've been kind of interested in Japanese craft beer, like, you know,
a couple years.
Yeah, there's a few good places in Atlanta where you can either buy cans or bottles, or there's a couple of Japanese restaurants that have a really good selection of Japanese craft beers.
Yeah.
So.
And Hitachino Nest is like the big one that probably most people have heard of. It's got a cute little owl. Yeah.
So cute. I kind of wanted to buy a cute little owl when we were there and take it with me, but it was behind some ladies who were eating, so I was like, I'm not going to make these ladies move so I can buy souvenirs.
We're going back because there's a second one here, and it's down near Ginza, which is where we'll be in Tokyo Part 2. So we'll go back to that one too. Yeah. So
we went to two breweries that you can for sure find in their beer in the States, Hitachino Nest and Yona Yona.
Yeah.
Both have really, I think, excellent beer.
Although I'll say at the Yona Yona like brew station or whatever it was called, beer station, that was in Ebisu here, or Ebis. Ebis. Sorry, there's some dispute about how you say it. It's
how much you give that.
How much you give, yeah. The at the Yona Yona one, like some of the beers we get in the States, they're pretty good. I like the Hitachino Nest on average better.
Yeah.
Like the red rice is great. Mm-hmm. All of their beers are pretty good that you get in the States.
Is good. Anbai is good.
But the Yona Yona one's like half and half. They're like good, or they're it's just not really to my taste. But some of that's just because I'm not really into that sort of like Belgian-y, banana-y, weedy sort of beer. But I would say the limited edition ones we had at Yona Yona were solid.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah. So it's like just a bummer we're not getting those back here.
Well, I mean,
back in the States.
That's why it's been nice though to actually go to some of the breweries where they're like, you know, city outposts, because you get to try things that you haven't tried before. And everywhere that we were, all of the breweries that we've been have done kind of like half pours, so you can try like a few different things, even if you're not getting a flight or they don't have flights available, or like that's not just quite what you want right then. You can try a couple of smaller ones. So we did go to 3 breweries today.
Yeah.
And I, was not like loaded.
No. Well, we also did we went to one. We went to
one for lunch.
Museum. We went back to another one. Yeah. So the other one we tried is one that we don't have in the States that I've seen, but we've seen it in other places here in Tokyo that we didn't realize what it was. Spring Valley Brewery, which sounds like an American beer place. So when we saw it at this one place the other day, I didn't get it because I was like, I don't, because that was the same place that Brooklyn, and I was like, I don't really want to come all the way here to drink American beer. But we ended up, I wasn't putting it together. There's another podcast I listen to, Japan 2.0. You should check that out if you haven't. The guys on Japan 2.0 recommended a few places around Tokyo, and one of them was this Spring Valley Brewery. which has good food. So we stopped for lunch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got chicken and
had
waffles.
some beer. Rachel got chicken and waffles.
I had to. There was no way I could not get. I mean, really, what I think of as one of America's most ridiculous dishes.
Yeah, well, in the South's like iconic dish.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Chickens here are fattier. They're not bred to be as lean.
Oh my God! So this is jumping off the beer thing. We went out for dinner last night at this place in the neighborhood. It had good reviews. It had a couple English reviews, and they said like there's not an English menu, but there's some pictures, and the staff is pretty helpful. So we went, and it was really fun. And I don't know if it's the owner of the place, but he was definitely in charge. He was the main chef. I believe he was Indian or Pakistani. And they keep the spaces at the front door open for the Westerners because there was a bunch of us all sitting in a row. Yeah, and he basically helped us with everything. He was super friendly, but the food was killer.
It was really, really good.
We got this like half a fried chicken with like I don't know what it was. He said it was 10 spices, but it was somewhere in between Chinese 5 spice and like Indian cumin spices. It was so good. It was so good.
We also had a salad, the special salad.
Oh yeah, which he kind of not made especially for us, but he was like, "Oh, you like salad?" Because it was like one on the menu, and then we said, "Yeah, salad sounds good." So I think he like gave us his osusume, his recommended other salad, and it was like covered in mayonnaise.
It was, and I ate like so much of it for me, which was like most of a bowl, and it was.
Yeah, mayonnaise is Rachel's kryptonite.
I could eat most of a bowl, so that's pretty impressive. Because American mayonnaise, I would have been like,
no way,
half a bite, like nope.
There's been some things here, right? So we'll finish up this part, I guess, and we'll get back. We did 2 other breweries, the Spring Valley, which had some really good ones. I'm really glad we went. Just some interesting flavors going on.
Yeah, there was one that was really floral that I had. It was like Dreamtime or something.
Yeah.
And it was like almost kind of lavendery. We did a flight there, so we tried a bunch of them. Yeah. And even the ones that were wheat were like obviously not made with Belgian yeast, so they had a really different sort of wheat flavor to them.
And I think probably like a lot of things that we've come across here in Japan, like, and like we know it in the West as well, right? In the States, is like they just have like a subtler understanding or a subtler execution of flavor. So a lot of the beers, like they taste like Western beers, but a little bit different, and they're lighter, but not in like a less flavorful way.
Right.
They're like they are floral or they're citrusy in a not like just a citrus hoppy way. They're really interesting. I'm really enjoying them. I mean, I feel just as full after I drink a bunch of beer and then walk around, but it's good. But so we had a couple surprises.
And I mean, one of them is that I've yet to have any sake here. Actually, I mean, we've been here for 5 days. We've been to 4 different breweries. I've discovered my new favorite soju drink, which is oolong tea and soju. I've had several glasses of just straight soju at the place last night that we were talking about with the chicken.
Yeah.
And so
I've had a bunch of highballs, which is just whiskey and soda.
Again, that's like sort of expectation is that everybody in Japan is drinking sake all the time, and that is not the case. Yeah. Although our next stops that we're going to are in the regions of Japan where rice is grown, where they're particularly famous for growing rice, and so there are a lot of sake breweries and there are a lot of sake tasting rooms. So don't you worry, we're going to get back to you on some sake.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those. I'm also looking forward to some like good fresh fish out there, I think.
Yeah.
I had at the Spring Valley Brewery, I had a pizza that was basically onions, and I mean like spring onion, not spring onions, but like sort of green onions sliced. It had a little bit of cheese underneath, but by far the majority of the volume was taken up by, I don't remember the name of them, but little vermicelli sized fish.
Yep.
So
there was a lot of fish.
There was just a pile of little translucent fishes. You can see little eyes. If you check us on Instagram, you can see a picture of it.
Yep.
It was darn tasty. It was good.
Matt is
it was not for Rachel.
Such a good eater, and I'm like a pretty good eater. Like, I will eat a lot of things, but I don't sort of readily embrace all of the things in the same way Matt does. Although, like I said, ate some mayonnaise yesterday.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of you.
Ate a fish head today.
Yeah, she ate some pickled little fishes that we had at one of the bars tonight.
They're a little gelatinous looking.
Yeah.
Still ate it.
I also thought they were pretty good, but I kind of like a vinegared pickled fish.
Matt likes a pickled fish. It's true.
So, all right, so we're getting a little bit long. Let's take another short break. We're going to come back for a last little bit of wrap up on Tokyo before we leave the big city and head into the scary wildlands.
Skills.
Yes. All right, so we're going to do a quick little wrap up here. We've got just a few hours left in Tokyo. We're recording on the evening of day 6, I guess.
5?
I don't know. Whatever. I think it's 6. Look at the paper.
It's too far away.
Yeah. But we're heading out tomorrow morning. We're going to be going to Echigo Yazawa, which is in the mountains we mentioned. I'm going to miss some things about the city, right? One of the things that I liked when I was here 3.5 years ago for work, and I really like this time, is you can be on the craziest, busiest street with big sidewalks. Feels like you're in any other giant big city, but with even more. And you just get one block off, and you're in little neighborhoods, and it's quiet.
It's pretty much like where we're staying, right? I mean, if you walk 2 blocks to the direction that I'm pointing in, because I have no idea where my east, west, north, and south are.
Sure, that's direction.
There are giant
billboards and
30-story tall buildings. I mean, it's it's very sort of There's sirens and there's construction and there's all of that stuff, and then you walk the 3 blocks back to our place, and it's
it's quiet. It's nice.
Totally
there's a
quiet.
million vending machines still.
Oh my God, there's so many vending machines. I bought strawberry juice tonight.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I just really like that transition between the busy and the quiet, even though we're in a massive city. So it's going to be interesting to see how that is in the other places, right? Like, especially when we get up to Sapporo, like you mentioned, it's a much more Western layout of the city. So we're going to see how that
supposedly
is. Right, from what we've heard. The other part, though, is like, man, I've been studying Japanese pretty passively for over a year at this point. I've got some passable restaurant Japanese, but people are really helpful, and pretty much everyone we talk to can give us a little bit of English when we miss something, and it's going to get a little bit harder, I think.
It is, yeah. I mean, but we did find, yesterday we went to that soba place. They didn't speak English at all.
No, you're right.
And we did find, I mean,
I only maybe poured hot water in my lap a little bit.
Right. That was a little bit of a misunderstanding about how soba works, but the lady showed you how to mix things up, and then the guy came over and was like, no, now like thin out your bowls of sauce and drink them as soup. And so, like, I think I'm expecting the interactions are going to go more in that direction, and so we still did fine, but it's going to the more of that you have to do, the more pantomiming and the more like sort of like,
and we've been pretty
asking
lazy
for help, like
about
it is a little bit
too.
more stressful.
Because we're not getting in any okudasais, really. We got to start being more polite, I think. So
I mean, I say thank you like every third word.
We say thank you all the time, but it's a little different because everything else is just sort of like one word communications, as opposed to we're capable of doing.
I know
moderate
we are.
sentences. You definitely are. So
I mean, and it's so, but it's easier when you're kind of doing half and half to just do like occasional words, right? But yes, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we did have the most awkward conversation with a gentleman, a drunk guy, in a little Yokocho bar.
We should have gone into the wine one.
Oh, yes. We should have gone into the wine one. But anyway, but last little things, right? So we got that.
Tonight we're packing up. We've finished our laundry. Like, weirdly, our shower also functions as the dryer, because there's like a dryer function in the shower, which is also just an entire room that has a bathtub in it.
It's like a wet bath or something, I guess. So like you just take a shower on the floor outside the tub.
Which
there's
is
a drain.
Yeah, there's a drain. And the toilet's not in there, unlike, some places where we've been. House. So the toilet paper doesn't get wet when you take a shower, which is a big bonus.
Yeah. That's a shout out to our friend Troy. We visited when he lived in Italy. There was it was an old apartment that had been retrofitted with plumbing, and the toilet was literally in the stand-up shower.
I mean, and by old, like that building was probably 500 years old.
Oh,
mean, it was.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Old.
Yeah, this is all up to date, at least.
Yeah.
So. All right, but I think we're all good.
All right, so wrapping up on Tokyo. So tomorrow we head to our first ryokan, which is a traditional Japanese inn.
Yeah.
We tackle our first onsen experience, which is getting nude in public with people of your same gender.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some fancy food.
Yeah, we might get a kaiseki, I believe.
Oh, it's our first Shinkansen.
Yeah, first Shinkansen.
Oh my gosh, tomorrow is so many
firsts. Day. Yeah, we've had a whole bunch of bucket lists we've filled out here. But we're coming back. We're going to go up north for about a week and a half. We're going to come back to Tokyo for like 3 days. We cleared our schedule. We got nothing we're doing except for catching up on all the things we realized we wanted to do.
Well, and Team Lab.
And Team Lab. Yeah.
We'll talk to you about Team Lab when we do it.
Big art experience.
All right.
Thanks for listening to this one. Yep. Bye, everybody. Well, you'll get the end thing. We got the podcast, Instagram, all that crap. You got it. All right. Thanks. You can check us out at anchor.fm/rainitin. That's spelled REINITIN, all one word, no spaces, and you can leave us a message there. You can also follow us at Instagram at rainitin_podcast or email us at rainitin@ssdpress.org, also spelled REINITIN at ssdpress.org. Thanks again to all of our friends and family for all the support and for putting up with us. Have a great day.